Guys, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. And today's the date. I've been thinking about it. I've had this watch for a better part of a 2-year span. And I bought this watch with a terrible redial. Terrible redial. I don't know if you can make it out there. The Omega emblem, it's basically on top of the lettering Omega. But I never changed the dial. I kind of grew fond of the watch the way it looked. But seeing that that somebody asked me to do a dial change on or a video about a dial change, I thought this was the perfect opportunity. So I made another video on how important it is for me to be buying dials. This is an original dial from the era of that watch, and you're not going to be able to see it here, but even the plastic cover has the Omega logo. So we're going to be doing a dial change on this watch. And what are we going to need? Bronze tweezers, hand remover, more tweezers, and a blower. So let's get this started, guys. I'm going to try to do this without editing. That way, I like to do my videos without editing. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a white sheet in front because the green mat distorts the coloring of the videos. So let's see how this goes. We're going to get the band off. Let's take this off. That's one of the advantages of having a hold case. Band removal is very easy. Okay. I think I had it loose, but I'm not sure. Nope, that's not loose. Let me see if I don't do something I'm going to regret. Not putting it on the correct vise, but it shouldn't be that tight. In another video I told you how important it is to have one of these case back openers, but a good one, not a bad one, because the bad ones slip very easily. So let's put it on the vise to open it up. There we go. So once we get this done, we have access to the movement. As you can see, it's a bumper movement. I just serviced it so it's really nice and clean. So now with the watch and the cushion, we're going to take the crown off. We're going to loose this screw up right here, and we'll take the crown off, and it has a case lock. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it right here. So I'm going to take those two off, and I'll come back really quick. I'm going to show you the reason I don't do a lot of these tutorials, because the way I have my camera set up, this is how I hold my watch, right here. So you basically can't see everything, because if I go like this and try to show you guys what I'm doing, it's just really hard for me to get in there to get it done. And then I just can't get in there properly. So that's why I do the disassembly first, and then I kind of explain the steps I took. So now that our movement is out, we're going to have to do surgical fingertips. So let's get those on. You can buy these by the bag, by the hundred. So a lot of you guys like these depending what you're doing. The little condoms, or I really like the gloves. Gloves are really good too, and sometimes they let you work a little bit better. But depending what you guys like, it's what you guys use. Okay, so now that we got this out here, the crown has to go back inside. I'm going to try to do it without having to tighten the crown. And we'll take them off right there. Okay. We get a plastic bag. We'll wait for the second hand to come around. I didn't take the power off. It doesn't have that much power. Just whatever it gained from us moving it right away really quick. So got two off there. Let's take the other one off. The bag helps you so you don't have to so these don't get lost. There's the other one. Put the other one to the side, but if it doesn't want to move, we get it with the tweezers. There we go. So this dial will have side screws. I'm thinking, yes. This dial is going to have side screws. It's going to have one screw on the side here and one screw right here. So you're going to need a very good set of screwdrivers. You can't use bad ones, because you're not going to have the thinnest to go in there. You're not going to have the best screwdrivers that'll get to the screw you need. So it's better if you spend a little bit more on screwdrivers, and they'll make your life much easier. So I'm gonna get that unscrewed, and I'll come back and show you guys what I'm doing. So one screw here and one screw on this side, and we'll take off the dial. So now we have the old dial off. Here you go. I'm gonna leave a steel picture, that way you see the difference. You could see how the Omega emblem is almost on top of the Omega lettering. I don't know if you could make that out. So we'll take the old one out. Well, the new old one. See, the thing is, in the old days when you used to send your parts to Omega, they would replace your dial, they would replace or refinish your case, and I've been able to have access to some of those pieces, to the old pieces that they threw out. See, this is an old Omega, the dial case, and there's the case. This case here has never been refinished, as you can see. Completely untouched, so it has a little bit of patina, so it'll go well with the watch. And we'll do a side by side. I don't know if you could make that out or not. So we'll put in the new dial, and I'll show you guys the next steps we take. So the only thing we're doing is we are reversing the steps on everything we did in the beginning. We're going to, I already installed the dial, tighten it up. So now what we're going to do is, before we put our hour hands on, we are going to look for midnight. Once we find midnight, then we will set our hands on the 12 o'clock position. Let's look for midnight. There. See how I clicked there? So let's look for another midnight. We keep going. We should be coming close. There we go. We're at midnight right there. I like to leave it right in the middle. Right in the middle. And then I will set my hour hand first. And like I said, I'm not really set up. I'm not even using a loop right now. So I could show you guys, and I'm putting it on backwards because I'm not using a loop. Now I got a loop. So that is midnight. I like to make sure they're extremely right on the money before I even tighten. So once I'm there, I come in with my tool. It has the plastic tip, so we're just going to come in here and place this one in. And you guys felt it, just in case it moved a little bit on us. Right there. And we will put our second hand. Same position at midnight. Now guys, if I'm blocking you, I'm sorry. I just gotta use my loop because I'm not used to doing this. There we go. So that's midnight right there. We will then we go around again, make sure it's not getting stuck anywhere, and making sure it changes right on midnight or a little bit after midnight. So we go, and we're coming up on midnight. And I'm not happy with that. It didn't change till 1:15 in the morning. So I gotta repeat the steps. I'm gonna do this, guys, with turning off the camera so I could get it right, and I'll be right back and show you guys. So here we go. They're all lined up. And there's our change right there. It happened at midnight. So now we just got to do the second hand, and I like to leave it on the cushion for a little bit once I put the second hand. Even though I think I calibrated the hands correctly and they're not going to rub against each other, I just like to leave them for a few minutes, make sure it goes around by themselves, and make sure everything's okay before we recase it. So we'll come back and finish this. One thing you must do, give it a quick blow, make sure there's no dust in here, and make sure it's all free of lint, dust, or fingerprints before you recase it. So then all you have to do is just recase. And we will finish the process, and I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay guys, so here's the watch completely done, and we'll do the time check once more, make sure that that date switches at midnight. Right there, see it's starting to change, coming around, and we got the change right there, exactly on midnight. That's the way I like to keep them synced. So let me show you the previous dial. Here's the previous dial. You could see that Omega logo was not at a good place. Here's the brand new dial. Old dial, and I'm touching it with my fingers because really, what else could I do with it? So might send it to get refinished, but that's another $85 that I really don't want to spend on this dial. So I'd rather keep looking for scrap movements and scrap dials and just keep them in stock. That's the original. So guys, as I posted in the beginning, I'm sorry, I'm coming out of a cold. Here in Chicago we have climate changes like nobody believes, and my furnace has been going, my sump pump, and it's been a crazy video. But guys, thank you so much for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.